I've wanted to use the Leap Motion tracking device with my modular system for over a year, since discussing the idea with Philip DiTullio, one of our students. I recently received the Expert Sleeper's ES8, a DC-coupled audio interface in Eurorack format, which has finally made this a possibility for me. Leap Motion is a motion tracking device and software development platform, allowing 2 hands and all 5 fingers on each hand to be tracked and mapped independently. The device uses dual infrared cameras to track the motion, similar to the Xbox Kinect. This has led to the creation of a number of virtual reality-based applications for MIDI and music control. With the assistance of a free user-created Max for Live plugin called Leap Modulation, which can be downloaded from maxforlive.com, this 3-dimensional tracking data can be mapped to any function in Ableton. We can map the motion of our hands and fingers in the X, Y, and Z axes above the Leap Motion to control DC offsets in Reaktor blocks, routed to the outputs on the Expert Sleeper's ES8. I'll load the Leap Modulation Max device onto an audio track, along with the Reaktor 6 effects plugin. Opening Reaktor 6, I'll create a new ensemble and add 2 instances of the CV processor block from the Reaktor blocks library bento box folder, routing one to output 1 and the other to output 2. I'll make sure the Ableton audio output preferences are set to the ES8, and try turning up the CV offset value on each block. We should see the signal levels rise in the audio channel in the background. I'll route output 1 from the ES8 to the DPO exponential FM input, so we have some control over the pitch range, and output 2 from the ES8 to the Optimix to control the volume. I'll send the DPO through the Optimix, and the Optimix out to the mixer. When I raise the CV processor offset values in blocks, I should notice a change in volume and pitch. Now let's set up the Leap Motion modulation. I'll hit the unfold arrow on the Reaktor plugin in Ableton, and click on the Configure button. I'll click on the 2 CV offset knobs in blocks, and the controls should appear in green on the panel in Ableton. Now we can map these 2 knobs to the Leap Modulation plugin. I'll click the Map button on the left-hand middle finger on the Y-axis, and click the first offset slider on the Reaktor panel. This should assign the motion of the left-hand middle finger to control the volume of the Optimix, using an up and down motion in the Y-axis. Now I'll do the same with the right-hand middle finger on the Y-axis, and assign it to the second offset slider. We've essentially turned the Leap Motion into a theremin-style controller, but we can go much deeper. With 8 outputs on the ES8, complex and mysterious non-instruments can be created and performed in the empty space above the tracking device. Which alternative controllers are you using with your system? Tell us about them in the comments. Thanks for watching and sharing. As always, please like, follow, and subscribe. And remember, patch smarter.